Hey, I'm Serenity and this is my channel. I'm joined here today by Ginger and Pigs right here. They will be sitting with me. I'm on top of my bench in front of my bed instead of sitting on the floor in front of my bed if you've been watching my true crime videos lately. Today I'm going to be teaching you a DIY, which I want to incorporate more. I think the last DIY I did was for creating this back in December. And a video of those that I did not realize would pop off and get a lot of traction was my Remembrance box, shadow box, to remember a loved one who has passed. I made mine because I had just lost a dog in a freak accident and it was really hard, but it was a remember box and I thought I would share it for you guys. Today, sadly, I lost another pet recently and I have been toddling with what to do for her remembrance box or what to honor her memory. Today, I'm going to be teaching you exactly what I did, which is this shadow box right here. I didn't want to do the same pair of angel wings because it's another pet, and you know, this one's a little different. This was my dog who I've had since I was 4 years old. She passed from old age and it was my first love and my first heartbreak, and you know, it is what it is. I was gonna have to put her down in a couple months anyways before I left to college because I didn't want her to pass while I was away, and I was mentally preparing for that, but again, it hurts and it sucks. But I thought I would show you this time a more pet-oriented memory box, so that's what we're doing. Let's go. So the supplies you are going to need include a shadow box of your choice. I got mine from Hobby Lobby. You're going to need your pet's mementos such as a sweater, collar, or dog print paw, which I use, Scrabble letters, scrapbook paper, hot glue gun and glue sticks, and anything of your dog pictures, a quote you want to put, their date of birth, and date of death dates. So to start, I just used this photoshopped purple background of Daisy's because my dog's name was Daisy, and then I printed out the quote, her date of birth and date of death time, and pictures in two different sizes because I wasn't sure which size I was going to use. I'm using a 8x10 shadow box, and I'm just popping the back open using my Cricut weeder tool because these little things really hurt to open. And this shadow box says $25. I got it half off, okay, so that's great. Taking out the little pins, and then I'm going to measure my printed cardstock, which is something I printed out on my own. I'm just going to cut it to the size I need using a ruler and the back of the shadow box to measure it correctly, because sometimes the sizes are a little off. It might be a little less than 8 by 10 inches. Then I'm going to glue it to the back using hot glue in sections before the glue dries so I can get a nice and firm hold, pressing it down nice and firmly. I ran out of glue, so I need to add more glue to here. And then once that is dry and I make sure there is no loose ends, I'm cutting out my pictures of Daisy. These were printed on photoglossy paper that I got from Walmart. It just adds a nice extra shine. Like I said, I printed out two different sizes just because I didn't know which one I was going to prefer, and I ended up going with the smaller sizes on everything, but it's always good to have options. So I'm just trimming around things, and you know, my cuts are not exactly straight, but that's okay because not many people are. Alright, and then after that, I'm just going to kind of play around with everything and where I want it placed to see what kind of feel I'm going for. I had a general idea, but I really did not know what exactly I wanted the final product to look like, and this is the time for you to be creative. So I'm using the piece of the dog paw I got from Daisy's vet after her cremation, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Then I'm just playing around. I know where I want the paw print to go, but I don't know where I want her picture to go. I don't know where I want her date of death to go. So I'm just I'm gluing the paw print first, and then I'm still going to play around with these quotes and stuff until I feel happy. I also am leaving a space because I need to put the Scrabble letters later. So I found where I wanted the date of death and birth to go, and I moved it aside to open my Scrabble letters. Now let me tell you, I can't spell, so I had to go buy Scrabble for this, okay? That's how bad it was. It cost me $15, but you know what? I guess I'm gonna learn how to spell by playing Scrabble. So I'm just gonna open it up. As you can see, it's brand freaking new, and I'm gonna find the letters to spell out Daisy's first and middle name. So her middle name is Petunia. It's Daisy Petunia. She's named after two flowers, and I had to keep looking at how to spell Petunia. I'm not kidding. I was like, am I missing a letter or something? And then I could not find the letters I needed. So this is what I'm doing here. You don't have to do the Scrabble letters, but I really do think they add a piece of like extra depth. And Daisy was born in the 2000s, so I wanted her to have like sort of like that 90s kid, early 2000 nostalgia to her box, you know. I mean, she was a dog, but she was also my child. So that's what I'm doing here, putting out all the letters back in the little bag, and then I'm going to play with the letters and fit them to what I see. So I thought I was going to do 2 lines at first, but I did not like that. It just didn't feel as organic. I think it would have been cute if I was just doing her first name, but since she has a long last name or middle name, whatever you want to call it, I went with doing them in 2 rows, and then I just kept messing around with it to see what I liked. I even got my mother's opinion because I couldn't figure out what I wanted her to look like, and I was playing around where I wanted her picture, where I wanted the quote, and this is where I stepped back and got my family's opinion because she was also the family dog for a while. Finally, I figured out where I wanted the picture, which was right here, and I kind of tucked a loose end under the paw print, and then I did the slanted quote, and then I took my ruler from earlier and I used it as a guide. I made sure to double check that everything was even with the box, so I didn't get to the end and then I couldn't close the box because I glued the letters too high up. And once I was satisfied with that, I made a little marking, and then I put where I wanted Daisy to go using a ruler, and then I measured between each letter about ½ a centimeter. My ruler did not do it right because I had the numbers backwards, as you can see, but I was just eyeballing it, and the first row was definitely a little crooked. You know, it wasn't my best work, but it's okay because, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And once I was happy with that, I measured out where I wanted her middle name to go. I don't know why I keep saying last name, so as you can see me there trying to get an eyeball look on it. And then I decided that I needed to clamp this ruler so I had it nice and straight. So I took 2 binder clips that I had just lying around and clamped one end of the ruler and closed it, and then I used another binder clip to clamp the other side, and that way I had a very nice straight line to follow on. Again, just with a ½ a centimeter between each. Yes, you can see my head there, but I was super focused on getting this one right, and this one came out super straight, which is great, so it's not all crooked. And then I took the clamps off and I measured again, make sure everything was nice and firm, and then I took off all the extra string glues, put the frame back into the spot that it needed. I couldn't get it in, it took a minute, let me tell you. Flipped it over and it was done, and here is the finished memorial box project. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how you like, if you like this shadow box better than the last one. I personally like this one in the sense for this dog of mine. That's why I like this one, but the other one I think is just timeless. This one, I did it like this because it felt very 2000s, and my dog was born in 2006. You know? Alright, doggo picture of the day in honor of Daisy is this picture of her with Ginger sleeping. These two, her and Ginger, were best friends. They are the oldest ones of our pack. Ginger's 10, and then Pix is the next one in line at 7. And they'll both be turning respectively 11 and 8 this year. Alright, I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully with more DIYs coming in June. I should really look at those because I know you guys love them. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt